ncpc.org/getreal. That's ncpc.org/getreal. Brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, U.S. Department of Justice.
Have you been looking for a radio station that gives you sports?
I don't believe it! It's a touchdown!
Entertainment?
Are you not entertained?
And other special interest talk shows?
Well, isn't that special?
All on one app?
Dude, that's dope. What app is that?
It's the Real 1100 AM app for WWE. Grab it for free in your Google Play or Apple App Store today.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local Georgia high school. You know, the place where the games are.
And we are back right here on the number one rated business show. I'm your host today, KC Pride. And once again, you are listening to UNT The Boss. He will be dropping that single in 2022. Whew. Right now, our masterminds are finally finishing up for the end of the year. You can join one of our master classes for only $97. I will be sending out information to my email list today about how you can be a part of these master classes. Trust me, if you are getting ready for 2022 in your business, you definitely want to make sure that you get a chance to take one of these master classes so you can get your plan right for 2022. Ain't that right, Greg? You don't know? Whew. Also, you can also join me tomorrow night, as soon as I find the fly, out in East Point. You can join me at the Black Media Mixer, November 30th. I had to school me. I got in here late. I ain't got my announcements up. Yeah, I know how we do on the number one radio show. We just roll with it. But you can join me with the Black Media Mixer Tuesday, November 30th. And I think Mr. Daniel Dickey himself might be in the house from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you guys want to get any information or get tickets, Mr. Daniel Dickey, seeing how you in the house in studio with me today.
Hello, America.
Everybody know you're here already. Tell us just a little bit more about this mix and tell them how people can get involved.
Well, the Black Media Mixer was created. I am a person who's very big on building bridges. I think that's some of the best work we can do as people of color in America is to connect us to the pieces and the things that we're needing to move our people forward. From Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm from a family of singers, preachers, civil rights activists.
Okay.
And I'm named after my two grandfathers.
Wow.
And these two men both have their names on buildings. My dad's dad was the plaintiff, one of the co-plaintiffs in the litigation that integrated the hospitals in Wilmington, North Carolina. And then my other grandfather is the second longest tenured reverend in the history of the First Missionary Baptist Church. And so I'm a person who stands. Yeah. And so it kind of made sense for me to be a lot of things. So I am a Renaissance man, which means that I am versed and capable across quite a few fields of expertise, from physical things to spiritual things to scientific and technological things. And so I just really just look at life as a playground where I get to be myself, and people pay me to be myself with them. You know what I'm saying? Including the lovely Miss Lenesia Cooper over here with Go-Go Party Bus, the top party bus company in the country, and hailing here right from Atlanta, Georgia. And yeah, we got Lenesia Cooper in the building also.
Now we are so honored to have Miss Lenesia Cooper here with us today from Miss Go-Go Party Bus. Tell everybody a little bit about Go-Go Party Bus, because I haven't seen a few of them. I seen how y'all be turning up, but I'm gonna let you tell it for yourself.
So Go-Go Party Bus is for all ages. For any milestone that you would like to celebrate on our party buses.
Okay.
From weddings to tailgating to birthday parties, bachelorette parties, or just a night out of town with your girls. So any occasion or any milestone you would like to celebrate, we got you.
Now what are some of the things that you guys are able to do on the Go-Go Party Bus?
So for if you're over 21, you can bring your own alcoholic beverages.
Right.
So and we have dancing poles on the bus.
Okay.
But they are removable.
You gotta be over 21 for that.
No, you don't.
Oh, okay.
Whatever what's on the bus stays on the bus. Okay.
Exactly. So we do a lot of kiddie parties. We have packages, sweet 16s,
Okay.
party packages. So the parents may or may not request for the pole to come off because they want to be on that pole too.
Ooh, all right.
Some of them soccer moms.
Now, tell me what type of experience is a party bus party?
So over the last 10 years, I've experienced has been on a party bus party. It's just we being your designated driver when alcohol is involved. It's an alternative for other entertainment. We call ourselves a transportainment as well.
Okay.
So you can just get on the bus, let loose, ride around the city, dance your little heart offs like a rolling nightclub.
All right. Now you said you also do some party for young folks as well.
Mhm.
What's some of the younger parties like? Because I got some young folks in 14 and 9. Now, I don't know which one. The polls coming out for my 14-year-old. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. So we do have photo booths and karaoke on some of our party buses.
Okay.
So the kids can use that for entertainment. And also they can, play their own playlists and hook up their phones and play their own playlists and Bluetooth into the system.
Wow. Now, how many buses do you have currently?
Currently, we have 7.
Wow.
And then we also have franchises in Orlando, Florida, and Miami, Florida, and we're looking to expand nationwide.
Now, how did you get started in this industry? What made you say, "Hey, I want to throw a party on the bus"?
Because I love throwing parties.
All right. Hey, say, I'm gonna put it on wheels and keep rolling.
So I traveled a lot with my job. And when I came home on the weekends, I tried to find an excuse to have a party because I miss my family, miss my friends.
Okay.
But so it became expensive. My husband was like, you need to figure something out. So I wanted to do like an event center, like a banquet hall. And at the time, 10 years ago, the housing market had crashed.
Okay.
So that was like not reasonable. So one day,
everybody want to party back then.
That's true. So I saw, a bus. I think in Vegas and other places, I saw buses, and I was like, I haven't seen that in Atlanta.
Okay.
So I wanted to come up with something that I can enjoy, have parties, and have other people to enjoy, and give me an excuse to have a party. And then a rolling club, just lightning went off.
Wow. Now, what was it like, the experience of getting this thing actually started, getting your first bus, starting to book some of those first parties? What has that been like for you?
So when I first started, I did have the kids in mind. It was just something, just a little kiddie party. They get on the bus, go to pizza, ride around and dance.
Okay.
And I had a karaoke on there as well. And so when people start seeing the bus, because they was branded with Go-Go Party Bus,
Okay.
other people, adults, they want to know, hey, do you have another party bus? Or I want to book a party bus. And like 3 or 4 months after being on the road, it just picked up. I, got 2, within a year. Then the next year I got 2 more because it just started growing because there was a demand. People just wanting to be on the buses.
I tell you for a lot of time, you never know. Some of these things that be on your heart you want to do, you never know. God might be trying to tell you need to start a business. See, you want to party all the time. Now look at you.
Exactly.
Got $1 million in buses. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Now, Mr. Dickey, bringing you back into the conversation.
Okay, we back, baby.
Mr. Renaissance Man. Now, you said you also work with the party bus industry, correct?
Uh-huh.
Now, you are also a branding professional like myself.
I'm a lot of things.
Yes,
you know
you
what I'm
are,
saying?
sir.
Yeah, and I try to stay away
That's
from
why I
being
ain't try
called
to read
anyone.
all this stuff out. I'm like, man, I know y'all ain't seen me lonely.
You know what, Casey? I'm kind of over you, but let's finish the interview. Look, America, always pursue information, okay? Especially what's sent to you.
Oh, goodness. But no, tell me a little bit about this, because this is a growing thing. Because you're not the only person with the party bus industry now. It's you're starting to see a lot of other ones. I've seen a couple shaggy ones running around here and that type of stuff. So what are some of the things that you guys doing for 2022 to keep pushing this thing forward and keep you guys out there really on top?
So we constantly to look at growing the brand, standing out. We're last night, like we've been on the last couple of years, been on some of the major reality TV shows.
Okay.
And so last night we was on Portia Williams' Family Matters reality show.
All right.
You know, getting the
Debut episode, premiere
the debut
episode.
Tell it.
Okay.
Getting that exposure. So in 2022, we're looking to expand to other cities.
Okay.
Grow the franchise and go into other areas of the business.
Okay.
Yep. And then also on those missions is to continue to make GoGo Party Bus the go-to party bus for influencers, for major events, major weddings, and any major celebrations in the city of Atlanta and across the country.
Now, is this more like an event planning type business along with kind of like a transportation side to it? Or like, how do you approach this business for someone that wants to get in it?
So it does go along with event planning. So if you do have an event, you know, adding on this GoGo Party Bus is awesome. The transportation, like for example, we're targeting because next year wedding is going to be really, really huge.
Okay.
Because COVID, like, you know what I'm saying? People weren't able, they postponed a lot of weddings.
Yes.
Right.
So
we're targeting the wedding industry to package with transporting the bride and the groom as well as the family members and the bachelor as well, and having parties.
Okay.
Yep. And then originating content, you know, around the party buses. You know, we created a bar crawl for Halloween where everyone put on their Halloween costumes, and we just went from different bars and stuff like that in the city.
Wow.
So that was a cool incorporation. But we really just kind of want to always kind of have an innovative approach to how we celebrate life.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's kind of what the one of the tenets and missions of GoGo Party Bus is to be your go-to for any type of celebration.
That's definitely a beautiful thing. I love to celebrate myself.
Yeah, we got to get you on a bus. You know what I'm saying? Yes, definitely.
Hey, what y'all doing? No.
I mean, when is your birthday?
May 22nd. For anybody that would like to send gifts to the station,
Okay.
feel free. 1465 Northside. I just gotta keep putting it out there, y'all ass.
Yeah.
But so you got any big events or anything coming up soon with GoGo Party Bus?
No big events coming up soon. We're just getting ready to gear for our year-end Christmas party with the team and the staff.
Okay.
But none.
Now, what is the Christmas party like? Y'all all just everybody get on a separate bus and we just gonna ride and party.
Hey.
No, it's just a celebration of the success of the year, and then
Okay.
just get together with the drivers and the team and Daniel and the team, and just have some little drinks.
Or big drinks. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I see she's trying to play it.
Right. Oh yeah. That's why she hired me to be the bling, because she's definitely low key. You know what I'm saying? She's the low key party starter.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Now tell me this real quick. How did COVID affect you? Because you got a pretty massive line of buses and this type of thing. And COVID, what folks weren't trying to party like that? Y'all had mass parties?
Oh yeah, they were.
Well, we know Atlanta wasn't closed.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Casey, we in Atlanta now. Don't make them think we wasn't lit out here the entire COVID.
But did it affect the business any?
It affected initially when everything shut down, but I want to say we picked back up because people was trying to find something to do.
Okay.
So booking a bus, being with their group, and just riding around the city, that helped a lot.
Yeah.
Because all of the nightlife was kind of closed, but they was able to get in the bus, and we gave them the mask option, but my drivers had masks, and we just made sure the buses were sanitized.
Well, for anybody that's at home right now, or maybe riding around listening that want to jump on a bus with some poles on it and support your business or book a party, please let everybody know how they can support you and how they can follow you and find out everything you got going on.
So they can visit us on the website at gogopartybus.com and on Instagram at gogopartybus.com, Facebook, and on Twitter.
Okay. And one more time, what is that?
The website is www.gogopartybus.com, and on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at GoGoPartyBus.
And we will be hosting a party on the GoGo bus. She don't know us yet. We're gonna get together and we're gonna do something.
Yeah, let's definitely do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the #1 rated business show. Please stay tuned during the break. We will be right back after this.
At Align for Life, we work with attorneys across the entire metro area. We are a portal of entry provider, meaning we can ensure your client is triaged accordingly and coordinate all aspects of your client's chiropractic and medical care from start to finish, including referrals to medical doctors, specialists, and imaging. This is Dr. Fowler. Your injury clients deserve the best transportation, extended hours, and compliance monitoring. We understand your needs. Refer your injury and accident victims right now by calling us at 404-383-1110 or visit us at yourfinespine.com.
Transportation is provided via Uber, and we are open late so your clients can come in after work.
Auto accidents, wellness care, slip and fall. We take care of it all.
And now, an important message from Steve Harvey.
This pandemic isn't over yet. We got the vaccines. I got mine. You might have yours. But listen to this. Don't think just because you got the vaccine that you can just go crazy. Follow the current safety guidelines. I know the mask is hot, but you know what's hotter than these masks? Staying healthy. That's pretty fly, yeah.
The world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
And we are back right here on the number one radio business show. I'm your host, KC Pride. Single-handedly bringing back light-skinned men all over the nation.
Are you?
Lord have mercy. In studio with me once again, I got Miss Lenesia Cooper from Go-Go Party Bus, along with Mr. Daniel Dickey, Renaissance man. And he is over the Black PR Mixer. Tell us, why did you start this media mixer, and why is it important for us as professionals to come together and be doing this networking?
Well, I think definitely in the as it relates to people of color, I think that this country has done such a good job at disconnecting us and dividing us and putting hurdles in front of our productivity and our progress.
Okay.
And so I decided I was going to do a good job at doing the exact opposite. Of building the bridges, being someone who connects the dots and brings our people together. And of course, we know that media is one of the most influential ways that our minds, our opinions, and those kinds of things are being shaped. And it's kind of felt like in the city of Atlanta, it's kind of felt like the Wild Wild West, where it's like every man for themselves, every woman for themselves, every publication for themselves. But it's like at the end of the day, these are billion-dollar, trillion-dollar industries, and we don't have to fight for pieces of pie together. And I just wanted to create a place where that mindset could shine, and then also to be even a support group, you know what I'm saying, for people in these industries, from media to publicity, because a lot of times we're seeing that there's the suicide rates are going up. This is a time, of course, specifically right now, where we're dealing with seasonal affective disorder. It's getting dark earlier. And so people are just in darkness. When they wake up in darkness, they come home to darkness. Yeah. And so, to just lift the vibrations and let people know that there's, you're not in any of this alone. And there's other people who are going through the same struggles, trying to get, impressions, trying to, get the breaking news, trying to, have some integrity about the way they cover content and those kinds of things. And then also, it also creates an opportunity for me to identify new journalists, new publications, and those kinds of things, to let them know that there's that also.
Wow. Now, one thing that you did hit on, it does, because I'm the CEO of the Atlanta Business Journal. So, that loneliness you feel, because a lot of our friends now, we kind of competing against each other.
Right.
Who gonna have the hottest news? Who gonna get all that traffic in the morning and that type of thing. So I love the fact that you are trying to kind of bring some of those barriers down, because we don't have to fight with each other.
Yeah, not really, because it's like at the end of the day, it's you're gonna drink Coke or you're gonna drink Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? True. And it's like you're just gonna make a decision. You know what I'm saying? And
it's enough for all of us.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing that I want to always be ahead of, just as a person. Like, I don't really do any competing. Like, I'm not gonna compete for anything. Like, I think that what God has for me is for me. I think that good things come to those who wait, but really just the stuff left from those who hustle.
And I'm such a big believer in focus on yourself and focus on your own thing. Like for real, instead of trying to do what everybody else doing.
Yeah, but you know what? When I hear stuff like focus on your own thing and focus on yourself, those are I want to challenge us to do the exact opposite of that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, that's what our oppressors have done. They have us selfish. You know what I'm saying? And that selfishness doesn't bring about the unity that we need to have real momentum and real power. So no, don't focus on yourself. Focus on us. Focus on our people. Focus on bringing your gifts and bringing your talents to the world.
But we're in a whole different culture now because it ain't about us. It's about me.
Yeah, no,
it's about me. What's in it for me? Me.
But that's the misdirection that our oppressors use to keep us in the same place that we've been in for 400 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not with that. I'm each one teach some, not each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? Because the teachers, I never was in a class where it was just me and the teacher. It was the teacher and there might have been 30 of us in the class. You know what I'm saying? And so I really think that I'm in that mindset for everything.
Now, do you find more success that way?
Well, I define success by being able to connect the dots.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've never been like a money-driven person. I'm really more of a passion and impact person just in general.
Okay.
So I always feel widely successful because cool things are always happening. I'm always curating my karma. So I know that something good is going to happen. Even when something bad does, I'm like waiting on the next good thing. Like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And cool things have happened.
Yes.
With Go-Go Party Bus.
Hey.
Especially when you installing stripper pole. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let me go move past it.
I mean, the stripper pole is a notable item. I mean,
I'm just saying, don't skip over that part. That's the best part, anyway. But no, I love the fact that you are trying to bring folks together and you are trying to bring our community together because we do get so competitive and we get so focused on trying to get that last dollar and get that last ad client and this type of stuff. Like it get cutthroat out there. Like,
yeah,
for real.
and I've never cut a throat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm grateful for that. Like, we don't as an agency, we actually don't even do RFPs. We're not competing for the business. We just want the stuff that's ours.
Now, you said your agency.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your agency and some of the work you guys do there.
So I am the founder and lead strategist at an agency called the Resource Guild. And the Resource Guild is a 360-degree brand management and strategy consulting agency. So we really consult with our clients on a myriad of things from public relations, branding, advertising, consumer engagement, experiential marketing, celebrity procurement, content procurement. But really, it all just stemmed from me just needing a place to be almost like a playground, to be honest, just to me to be myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to college on vocal scholarship, but I majored in mass communications and minored in marketing. I interned at ABC News. And when I wrote my first press release in school, my choir got featured in the Charlotte Observer.
Wow.
And so from that happening, that the president of my school, who was this young man who, he wanted to know who this young man was who got our choir because, exposure for colleges automatically means checks.
Oh, yeah.
And and so I learned in college that leaders enjoy publicity.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I learned that. But then when I took the internship at ABC, I was able to actually tell Black stories.
Okay.
And get the guy who owned the convenience store in my community for 30 years and his first time ever being featured on the news and seeing the tears in his eyes and seeing the feeling that my people got from seeing their stories being told on a level higher than what they could tell.
Now, let me stop you right there. How important is that? Because I'm always preaching this in marketing, being able to see yourself. And it's just not enough of us Black entrepreneurs on TV. It's not enough of us Black superheroes. It's too many of us Black dope dealers and thugs and everything.
Yeah, we've definitely done an exceptional job at making stupid people famous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my thing is I just love the fact of being able to be able to tell that story. How important and how big was that for you to be able to start telling those stories? Because I know how I felt when I took over the Business Journal and just the weight of the stories we tell in our community.
I mean, I think it's an impactful form of activism. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we're a community of unsung people, even though we're the people who created everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you just look at what's happening in mainstream media, if you look what's happening in our history books, you see what's happening in schools, you would think that we were, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's sad.
Like the bottom of the totem pole when we are the top of everything.
It's sad. I mentor so many young men and all of us share the same story. I want to be a rapper. I can't wait to go to jail. let me get out here and sell some dope.
to go to jail.
I'm just saying, and
Yeah.
that's what it is, because that's what you see.
Yeah.
And that's what's promoted to. That's what's cool. That's what's hot. And that's who get all the money. That's who got the rims. You see what I'm saying?
And to be
we don't
honest,
see these business on out here balling these big Lexus and BMWs and everything else.
yeah, you see it, but it's like, I honestly, one of the cultural shifting things in reality TV to me was, I think it opened the floodgates to the buffoonery at the highest level, was Flavor Flav's Flavor of Love.
Oh yeah.
I think that show let it be known that it could just be no holds barred. Anything goes on television, and the ratings are going to be crazy and just doing crazy stuff. And I think that was really kind of the beginning of the end as it relates to content, because that was even before social media and stuff like that was, at the highest levels. It was still kind of in a fledgling, kind of space at that point. But that was like, okay, so what you mean is I can just, choke a girl out, you know what I'm saying? And then, look, I can choke a girl out, and then I'm going to go viral, and then I'm going to be on the Ellen DeGeneres show. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, but no, those people weren't going to jail. You know what I'm saying? They were getting their own spinoff show. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're rewarding this bad behavior. You know what I'm saying? That's polluting the wells of the minds of our next generations. And we're doing that. And that's big time business.
Oh yeah. Because every time you see that fool walking around with the ugly Gucci belt with all that stuff on it, then somebody else go buy that belt. And that's what it's about. And I try to tell them all the time. It's all about trying to put this product in y'all's face. Let me act a fool long enough for you to see me drink this Coke, drink this Pepsi, or whatever else I want to sell you. That's all it is.
Yeah. And that's why I think the unity is so important, because it's like what we really are seeing is like, even when we look, at and so RIP to Virgil, you know what I'm saying? Blow, like that was definitely like, he was impactful in fashion. But those brands, it's like you look at the beginnings of these brands like the Louis Vuittons and the Versace's and stuff like that. They're selling us back our own tribal prints.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like these are the prints that these prints go back to the Congo and go back to Africa in the 1800s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now we're paying these white-owned companies $3,000 for a hoodie that's got an insignia on it that was something that came from Nigeria.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just I'm not really with it. But I think that's a key.
Don't even want to pay me $65 for my hoodie.
Right.
All right. And we double printing everything. Don't get me started.
Oh, not the double print.
Don't even get me started. But no, I definitely I see exactly where you're coming from. Now, moving forward a little bit more, because you say you are a little bit more into activism and you supported a lot of activists across the country. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, so I've been serving with an organization here called Hosea Feed the Hungry and Homeless. Hosea helps.
Oh yeah, I love her.
Yeah, definitely. Since for probably about a decade. In different capacities, because that is very important to me, very passionate for me. I was a kid, at 12, I was going to soup kitchens and, cooking and serving the less fortunate and going out to winterize the houses of senior citizens and stuff like that. And so that service-minded nature was something that was very impactful to me. And then even as a kid growing up, like leaders have always been intrigued by me. And I'm very grateful for that. Like leaders have always been like, you know what, that kid, I want to spend a little bit more time with that kid. And so that's led me to consulting with different mayors and consulting with different activists, and including Jay Morrison, who is he's the co-founder of the building of the fund that owns the Legacy Center. And so we have a program that we do at the Legacy Center called Big Brothers Anonymous that we do the first and third Saturday in every month.
Okay.
Where we impact the young Black men from the ages of 12 to 24 in conjunction with the Barack Obama Foundation and the My Brother's Keeper Alliance. But servant leaders, I think, are the greatest leaders.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
so
the leader's job.
Yeah, it is.
Your people.
Yeah, but remember now we're in this, our wells have been so polluted by boss culture. Be your own boss, do your own, and that kind of thing. And it prevents us from actually being able to build vertical companies. You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine if everybody who's interested in having a party bus decides that they're going to start their own party bus company instead of potentially getting a franchise for Go-Go Party Bus.
Okay?
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, trying to work in an agency, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where all these cheese come from? Because none of y'all make the payroll but me. So where all y'all got is opinions.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like we've now made the value of people's opinions more than just, than the value that it actually has.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then some of these folks, They come to work like they doing us a favor and this type of stuff.
Facts. No,
oh my
in
God.
every moment.
Like you should be so happy to have me as an employee. You
Right.
watch me sit here and not do nothing all day.
Right.
I'm
Right.
like, man, go somewhere.
Yes, like people, like, you know, it's, and everything's uncomfortable. And while I appreciate, you know, how the conversations about mental health and stuff like that have definitely become more in the forefront, but it's also we're continuously lowering the bar for every generation. And so we're lowering the bar, and now we're giving that mental health, and sometimes it becomes a cop out for them not doing things they're supposed to do. And so that's the piece that gets a little challenging in that space.
Matter of fact, on the other side of the break, let's talk about that a little bit more, because like you said, they're lowering the bar. But one big thing that's happening is this big AI shift that we're starting to see in a lot of these type jobs, and a lot of this low-level stuff fixing to be gone. So right after the break, stay with me. I got the owner of Go-Go Party Bus. If you want to have your own party bus full of parties, please contact us, Lenesia Cooper. Also, Daniel Dickey. We'll be right back after this. I'm just saying, I ain't know how you felt about it.
It's the stripper pole, man.
Hi, this is Dr. Williams with the Line for Life Wellness. I want to invite you to our new office at 1800 Jonesboro Road in Atlanta. Come in for a consultation, examination, therapy, and x-ray, all for just $100.
What?
Yes, $100. This offer expires soon, so call us to schedule at 404-383-1110 or find us on the web at www.yourfinespine.com.
If you want to be fine, take care of your spine.
We're open late.
Physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Georgia High School Association and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association.
Hey folks, just a quick reminder that no matter the time of the day and no matter what day of the week, East Coast, West Coast, all points in between, we are always on. So go to your app store and download the Real 1100 app and listen wherever and whenever.
The Real.
We got the bubbly.
We are right back. We are back right here on the Real 1100 AM. I'm your host, KC Pride. We are still sitting here with the owner of Go-Go Party Bus. Ooh. And we getting ready for our New Year's Eve turn up. We got bubbly, we got poles, and okay. But
what else, Nixie? Tell them what else is in the New Year's.
Tell us what we got going for New Year's Eve.
So for our New Year's Eve package, we got a complimentary bottle of champagne. We're doing party favors.
Okay.
Decorating the party bus for you. 6 hours. Just enjoy and bring in the new year on the Go-Go Party Bus.
All right. You said 6 hours.
Yes.
Now, what does a 6 hour package look like for a party like that?
Go to dinner, hit a couple of bars, and then just bring in the New Year's on the bus.
Okay.
Yep. And how that looks is, you know, and we talked about it a little bit previously, where we talked about, you know, the event planning aspect. You know, it's just your transportation in your 6 hour window is gonna be Go-Go Party Bus. So, you know, Go-Go Party Bus can pick you up at, 8 o'clock and, go take you straight to dinner.
Okay.
You know, the bus will be right there, while you're having dinner. The bus is going to be yours for that entire time.
Okay.
And so then the bus will take you to wherever else you're wanting to go. So it's just like, your car service.
Okay.
Your personal chauffeur.
With pole.
Yeah. Well, yes. If you decide to have that on your bus.
With or without a pole. Yes.
Yes. And so for the New Year's Eve packages, Go-Go Party Bus will supply the bubbly. KC is going to be on you to bring the cuddly.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Lord have mercy. What we were actually talking about. We're gonna come back to these New Year's Eve packages. What we were actually talking about was this big shift that we're starting to see in the world. AI starting to take over. You're starting to see a lot of your grocery stores now. You go in there, you barely got a couple. I mean, you literally are down to maybe a couple of different checkout people now.
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of self-service. Amazon already has stores. You don't even it's not even an employee in there. You just walk in, you do everything through your app. So what does the future look like with so many folks, still kind of lagging behind? Like, I ain't into this tech, I ain't into this stuff. I'm not a computer person. So what do you think that looks like?
Well, I think I would like to hear from Nisi because her background was in technology.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'd love to know what your thoughts on the future. I have thoughts, but what do you see for the future with AI and how technology is really taking a lot of and continues to take a lot of jobs out of the reservoir?
I know one job they ain't gonna take.
Casey Prides. Yeah, definitely.
No, I just think we need to reinvent ourselves, and I was just talking to you, Daniel, about how we can do another line of Go-Go Party Bus. And I think it has to be something with technology or marketing centered that we capture the AI and not have the actual physical aspect of it. Something like, Uber doesn't own any cars, but we own Go-Go Party Bus, but somehow we can kind of translate that with AI that they can call up a Go-Go Party Bus and then the driver's there is no interaction. So I think we have to just try to reinvent ourselves and try to go with the times.
Yeah, I agree with the reinventing ourselves, but I'm also really because I'm an empathic person. I really feel I have an intuitive discernment and all those kinds of things. And I think this country does such a good job at misdirection.
Oh, yeah.
With us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll have us looking at the red, even though the black is where all the stuff's happening.
Yeah.
Then they'll shift us to the black when the red is where all the stuff's happening.
Oh, yeah.
And so when you're looking at what's happening with the AI and how the technology is really consuming a lot of the job space. And in the midst of that, you're seeing the great resigning, where it was a bunch of people who resigned from their jobs this year.
Wow.
They called it something when it happened, where it was like, I don't know, it was thousands and thousands of people across the country are resigning from their jobs. Like, yeah, I'm good on my job. And these jobs that they're good on, they aren't going to be able to come back to some of them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I think for us, especially as the people who are, at the bottom of the totem pole, fighting for that piece of pie, they're about to get that piece of pie to a computer.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I keep telling folks all the time while we sitting around here fighting about the little stuff, right above your head right now, they building the next world.
Yeah, exactly.
They building the infrastructure, Jeff Bezos and all the rest of them up there. They building a complete brand new infrastructure in the space for folks to go up there.
Yeah. And so I think it's important for us to get transferable skills. I think for our kids that are in college, I think functional degrees would be the only thing that I would be interested in, and they need to include some type of technological engagement from lots of different aspects. But then
I will say I am inspired by, there has been a very, very big push for STEM in schools, and you are seeing a huge awakening in the Black community when it comes to tech. Like, Atlanta has a huge community of Black tech folks.
Sure.
Folks that has no idea about.
Yeah,
I mean, app makers, program. I mean,
venture capitalists.
Oh,
fact. In fact, our next mayor is very much a technology enthusiast there. Shout out to Andre Dickens. Yeah, but from Paul Judge, I'm very familiar in that space also. But I think also it's really important for us to create our default settings need to increase.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where we default to a lot of times is not productive. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really need to raise the vibration of us as a people.
Wow.
I think for us, I think technology is valuable, but I also think technology takes us out of some of the things that we do well as a people, which are more connectivity, much, I think music, the fashion, the food, those kinds of things. And those things are never going to go out of style. It's just how we get to them is going to be changing.
How do we do that, though? Because we live in such a connected world. I mean, everybody's sitting here with a phone in front of them right now. How do we do that? How do we start to kind of, I guess you would say, go backwards?
Well, I think we have to insist on having conversations that matter. You know what I'm saying? In ways that matter. Like, I think one of the things that is important to me, even about the Black media mixer, is that I make sure that there's men and women. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that we do a good job at, a lot of siloed information. We do a good job at a lot of siloing of things.
Oh yeah.
But to me, I want to always make sure that there's a level playing field and that everyone has the same information. Like I remember one time when Barack Obama was, dealing with, when he was president, when he was dealing with something that was happening in a space, and he was like, "You're entitled to your own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts." You know what I'm saying? Like, and so like establishing what are the facts. You know what I'm saying? What are the things that what are our ties that bind? Because we focus on the things that divide us, and we'll just always be divided. Like, you know what I'm saying? From the religion to, the political affiliations and all of that kind of stuff like that. All of those things are just hurdles for us. So I think having conversations that matter, still being able to talk. You know what I'm saying? It's like technology is super cool, but I think one of the things that's happening with our kids is they're becoming zombie clones.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're just like in that Matrix. You know what I'm saying? From the movie Matrix, they're just plugged into that thing all day long, and it's like they don't even know what's actually happening right around them. Walking out into traffic, getting hit by cars while going live, and
just got on my little one about it.
Yes, it's like they aren't paying attention to what's happening in the real world. And I think all of this stuff with technology, I think we have to still understand that that's something we still need to do in moderation. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of, taking technology away from kids in certain points. It's like, this thing can't be looking at this little thing all day
This
long.
can't dominate everything.
Yeah. So I did spend time with my nieces and nephews while I was home. And I took their mom's minivan, which was a joy to drive, and so so she has a white Honda Odyssey.
Okay.
And so I told the kids, and so they're from 10 to 8 to 5 and 6. And I was like, I'll give you $1 for every van that you spot like this van on the road. And so my oldest niece, she ended up getting like $8 or $9. Because we went to Walmart. Of course, that's the minivan capital of America. Yeah, exactly. And so but to me, it was about them looking at things that weren't on this. They couldn't even bring their tablets, and and that's a wild mission for in 2021 to take tablets from toddlers, and it was 4 of them, and I took all of the technology, and so we did that. Then we also would just stop anytime we saw something cool and go take a picture in front of it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And so we have all these cool pictures, all these cool selfies, and it was about what's happening in the real world, not what's happening in this digital space. And I think that balance and that moderation is going to be important also for us.
That's dope, man. That's awesome. That's commendable. Yeah. Now, 2022 is coming.
Okay.
Fast. What are your clients asking you?
Well, I think so. A part of the conversation is about what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because so as a brand manager, it's like our clients, we're like a point guard.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? It's they're the CEO, they're the owner of the team, they're the coach, they're all those other positions. We just get the ball and get to handle the ball for them, and so it's what are their goals, and then also what is 2022 going to bring in the market? How do we innovate? How do we create, and how do we produce, higher levels of results? So, and I think that's always, higher heights is always what the conversation is. Like, how do we go to a higher place than we were this year? You know what I'm saying? If we spent, we spent $15,000 on the 10-year anniversary. How do we spend 30 on the 11-year anniversary, Lenesia Cooper? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's that kind of stuff, to celebrate the wins and put more points on the board.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's always the mission. Every client, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Do you see any major changes coming about in 2022 for just marketing and branding in this our whole world?
No, I don't see any major changes, because really to me, I think there's been just a few pivotal points in invention and innovation, and I think maybe the last one was the smartphone. I think the internet and then the smartphone. And all the rest of the stuff is things that were designed to work on the internet and through your smartphone. You know what I'm saying? So, so obviously there'll be new apps and all of those kinds of things. But I think the way that we go about the work of exposure and publicity and coming up with campaigns is still the same. It's like, I don't think there's a such thing as an expert marketer, because I think the best marketers are just expert triers. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? I'm just willing to
At
try
this
something.
point, man, it's
you know
so
what I'm
much stuff
saying?
out
Like,
there,
you
like,
know,
for real.
it's like trying to figure out whether your pasta's done. It's like
Yeah.
you get a piece, you throw it, see if it sticks to the wall. If it sticks, you know what I'm saying? It's ready. If it's not, then that one's not
Yeah.
ready. So
I'm
we're
with
gonna do something else.
No, I'm definitely with you on that because at this point, man, it's so much, and it's like we are just constantly in this learning mechanism. Like before you know it, everything changes, new algorithms. It's a nightmare at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what we gonna be doing on this bus in 2022? With the
Well, we already know what Casey's gonna be doing on the bus. It's a partnership with Magic
coming,
City. Obviously, look, obviously it's a partnership with. Yes, Casey Pride, the Pride girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It's the Pride ride in a whole different context.
I tell you, bro. But what are we gonna be doing in 2022 with the party bus?
So we do have a new party bus that will be coming into the fleet in January, and so we're still looking to grow. There's a high demand for go-go party buses. I know that you mentioned that there are a lot of party buses that's popping up in Atlanta, and I want to say that I think I am the trailblazer.
Hey, come through.
We know you the trailblazer.
Levels 10 years in business.
So there's a demand for go-go party buses. So there will be 2 or 3 next year.
Okay,
for sure.
Yeah, and maybe we can actually when we get ready to do the debut of the new bus, maybe that's a cool incorporation that we can.
I didn't let me come out Christmas.
Yeah.
Put the pose on that one.
Well, I mean, I don't know about Kristen. That word sounds a little holy. The way you locked in on this pole, you know. Look, you know what I'm saying? The way KC on this pole, you would think he would run up for office.
Oh my God. Oh, my children ain't watching today. But anything that you guys want to talk about right before we get out of here? We got probably about 5 minutes left in the show. If you want to tell us anything that you got going on, we know about the Black Media Mixer. If you want to just go over that one more time, so everybody can know about tomorrow night and how they can be a part of it.
Well, yay, everybody, especially our Black media professionals and publicity professionals. Pull up to the Black Media Mixer. Definitely, you can tap into anything else that I have going on at Mr. Daniel Dickey on social media platforms. Okay. You can tap into what's happening with the Resource Guild, which is an award-winning brand management and strategy consulting agency.
Oh, yeah.
At theresourceguild.com. And for me, I just plan to continue to curate Black excellence, be a purveyor of it, and be someone who builds the bridges to our culture.
That's a beautiful thing. Miss Cooper.
Yes.
What would you like to leave us with today?
Well, thank you for having me again and sharing Go-Go Party Bus and how Go-Go Party Bus got started. So just want to leave with everyone, just 2022, just hit us up at gogopartybus.com. Go ahead and book your New Year's Eve package. And we're all also on social media at Go-Go Party Bus.
Oh, and for the rest of 2021, outside of New Year's Eve with Go-Go Party Bus, you can use the discount code GOGO10.
GOGO10.
Yes, GOGO10 and get 10% off your bus. So,
right.
If you got a birthday happening before New Year's Eve, you know what I'm saying, or Christmas Day, you know what I'm saying, you can get that happening to celebrate the 10-year anniversary.
Now what's a price range people need to expect when they come to Go-Go Party Bus?
Mm-hmm. We have buses starting at 12 passenger to 29 passenger, so it starts from $600 to $1,000, and it's a minimum of 4 hours.
Hold on, you got buses for 29 folks.
Yes,
a party on the bus.
Yes,
29 with poles, folks. Alcohol, and 29 people.
Yes.
Do any of the buses have more than one pole?
We're gonna have to do this.
Okay, yeah. So just one pole. You're using poles with an S. I just want to make sure.
My bad.
A pole.
My bad.
On a bus. Okay, got it.
I'm giving folks ideas. But I definitely appreciate everybody tuning into the #1 rated business show. It's been a wild ride as always on a Monday. I had a great Thanksgiving. I hope everybody else had a great Thanksgiving. Did y'all?
Yes.
And I really hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. My producer's playing the music, so he's telling me shut up and get up out of here. But that's all right, though. Y'all follow me on social media at IamKCPride on Instagram. And I'll be back Wednesday at 3 p.m. Same place, same time. We are out.
You pledged your life to serve, to make our country stronger, safer, more free.
more equal. You worked tirelessly, made sacrifices, missed first steps and birthdays, lost loved ones. At VA, we don't see the setbacks endured. We see lessons applied and passion driving you upward and forward. We don't see all the masks you wear, but we hope you can set some aside. We embrace your uniqueness and won't trivialize your past.
So, what time I need to get there?
7.
7.
No, just want to do all the just with the number one.
right?
Yeah, so with the number one party bus company in the city, Go Party Bus, and you are listening to the number one.
Can you tag your do you know
that might be what it
You're
is.
listening to the number one.
and then we can follow
And Casey, you said the number one
rated business show.
The number one rated business show.
okay, so
And so when I was trying to tag and find, I saw the ABJ_digital.
We rebuilding the whole brand at this point. We got hacked mid last year, and then we
MR.
They took my whole network down.
Yeah, I'm at the top.
All right, Ms. Cooper, you can go ahead with yours.
Hold on
1 second.
No, we're
So she
number
can
one
just
rated.
record real
Okay.
quick.
You're chilling with the number one party bus in the city, Go Party Bus. We're chilling with the number one rated business show.
Yeah, actually, and you're tuned in.
All right, give her 1 second. I can go ahead and record.
That's what. No, she's giving her. She's writing her.
Oh, she writing.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I thought she was supposed to.
No,